As the sun dipped below the horizon, casting long shadows across the sleepy town of Hollow Hill, whispers began to drift through the cool evening air. The townsfolk spoke in hushed tones of an old legend that had haunted the area for centuries, a legend of a malevolent entity that roamed the nearby woods seeking souls to claim as its own. I had always been fascinated by tales of the supernatural, so when I heard about the legend, my curiosity got the best of me. Ignoring the warnings of the locals, I ventured into the darkened forest, determined to uncover the truth behind the haunting of Hollow Hill. The trees seemed to close in around me, their branches reaching out like skeletal fingers grasping for an escape. The air grew colder, and an eerie silence settled over the woods, broken only by the crunch of leaves beneath my feet. As I pressed on, I stumbled upon an ancient graveyard hidden deep within the heart of the forest. The tombstones were weathered and worn, their inscriptions faded with time. But one grave stood out, a mausoleum carved from black stone, its doors slightly ajar as if inviting me inside. Against my better judgment, I pushed open the heavy doors and stepped into the darkness within. The air was thick with the scent of decay, and a chill ran down my spine as I realized I was not alone. Whispers echoed through the tomb, unintelligible at first but growing louder and more sinister with each passing moment. Shadows danced on the walls, taking on grotesque forms that seemed to leer at me with malicious intent. I tried to flee, but the doors had slammed shut behind me, trapping me in the mausoleum with whatever malevolent force lurked within. Panic set in as I realized I had stumbled upon something far more dangerous than I had ever imagined. The whispers coalesced into a voice that spoke of ancient curses and vengeful spirits. It told of a dark ritual performed centuries ago, binding the soul of a wicked sorcerer to this cursed place for all eternity. I knew then that I had awakened something sinister, something that should have remained undisturbed in its eternal slumber. But it was too late, the spirit of the sorcerer had been awakened, and it hungered for vengeance. With nowhere to run, I faced the wrath of the vengeful spirit. Shadows twisted and writhed around me, and I felt icy fingers clawing at my soul. The air grew thick with malevolence, and I struggled to breathe as the darkness threatened to consume me. In a last desperate act, I cried out for mercy, begging for release from the cursed mausoleum. And in that moment, the whispers ceased and the shadows receded. I stumbled out of the tomb, shaken but alive. As I looked back at the mausoleum, I knew that I had narrowly escaped a fate worse than death. The haunting of Hollow Hill would forever be etched in my memory, a chilling reminder of the dangers that lurk in the shadows, waiting for the curious and the foolish to uncover their secrets.